Alright, so for a moment, I'm about ever Ghana politics avenue. Hana open all the trending political stories in Ghana on sa between akan. Fast forward, and run na Kenufra town and baby Buja or Ghana political space, so my political highway is so cheap. Na by no be a china dream will be a cabin will be a church na rainy na Kevin Taylor. So the inchimus from be abba. Now, Onuchima. Amanfo susu sɛ anka Kenufrata Mani Hospital a owom entwe krata nkoma US immigration no so ne surgery obeye na sɛ ayare sɛ obegye ye no ntɔ no nanka obetimi a omabetimi extending the stay na ma nanka otimi da sa no yare na we na Kevin Taylor te ye no obeme a vivid description sɛ Kenneth Ufuriata hospital no ntimi nya won hwee na eba detainees dia ɛyɛ lawyer any US aban any AD into omo kase Kenufrata ma hospital no ntwe krata ma no mfa nkwaje permission no mfa stay wo America ne de ende no omo njai ka no omo nim de omo keka na so ba America e ba detaining long overdue overstay dia e lawyer any America aban any wo bika na hospital so obeye de no die ni onu ntwaka bia into omo njai ka Mumienko ningo TV video ni nchimo de ma ye ba di kan bi a ye be mam ha Ghana political avenue mumienko video ni mrasisi ya
take off your hat and let us see your navigation. Hey, bro, what's that deal? I'm dear me. It's your channel. I yache money box. Ni nyina ne say. Ya se den krata sem na ndimu na all try say obefa kwan bi so ama ne krata na edimu na ice fo ache no. Ampo obi se Kevin Revi make us maboda no say me nkwa be na bedin kwa se menyini na maboda MPP ni ampo ase we true MPP for so obogi bi omunyina na maboda ese menyina boda MPP enti ya che no ene ya che boga ya moa no ya che ni kua ena yede no aden yede na kwhyem na metese nkofo bi argument bi o Joy News. And the argument did not make any sense. Guy, your friend say Kofi Kwat, your friend saying Akwe okaso be the president here or they are low accent bi ba ya amfe. Kofi Granting ain. Na Kofi Granting ado ni my fianza. Na say I say oh Kofi Granting ni my fian bi o TV so I say oh homeless shelter bi o say dey. Kofi Granting there dey see. Oba no obopa o no fine pass say. They say I say wa phone bi. Wo de wutia yi presidential eyi ba ko pe wa phone. Ya veze Kofi Granting o say dey. Wo betua ba ko pe wa phone. He guy be their friend Kofi Ghana was a Ghana was a day on your friend saying guy ba could be buy a nice guy be or also bet you about say a filing fee or mem yeah enough of Kofi Granting now Kobi Joy News my team we were discussing and Ken Oforiata, let me tell you what's happening. I think that Ken Oforiata, hey, okay, you know better, and somebody else, Ken Oforiata, the hospital that he had the surgery, the surgery, they were supposed to try and extend his stay from say, hey, move on, from hospital na immigration office. Hospital na Ken Oforiata koye, sa surgery, immigration office. They don't have the right to extend Kenofurata's stay in Ghana, in America. And then question misinformation of the radio, so any TV, so I can. Yachi money box now. Monkanche Ghana for say yachi money box. Kenofurata ebe surgery. Hospital no, they don't care about your passport and your status. So we're America, that's all person you had surgery. All that the hospital does is say they will tell you to come in for your review. They will tell you to come in for your observation. They will observe you. Omu wi anoma chiro say asemesi. O yare na ehun kai $30,000. So insurance maybe your insurance can take about 80% of it. But so insurance now is out of pocket it is $80,000. All that they do is wo yare no e ne hi omo. Now yare bia and the recovery time. So koye surgery bia. Some of the surgeries, a walk-in surgery. You can go into the hospital today and come home today. Surgeries will be over hospital. You better wait 24 hours. It will have 3 days, 72 hours. Near they are prepared. Near your surgery, we are about 48 to maximum maybe they are serious, going to be a week to recover. Now, sir, I'm monitor for maybe 3, 4, 5 days. Now, someone say, "Oh, you're okay. Complications beyond by." They will tell you to leave and go home. Now they can tell you to go home and be coming for review. Reviews are not every week. Reviews sometimes once in a month. Some people cry no. It depends. Surgery now, it could be once in 2 months. Now, can of be surgery if you hospital? The hospital has nothing to do with his status. The hospital cannot write any report and say, this is our patient. He came to have a surgery here and that his passport is expiring or his visa is expiring. So, extend it for him. You are mad. The hospital has no power to instruct the U.S. Home Office to extend anybody's visa for them. No. Their job is to take care of you. If you want to extend your visa, if you want to work on your status, it is between you, your lawyer, and the immigration service. It is nothing now. So that conversation should not come in. The hospital, the major hospital, was supposed to extend Kenoforiata's stay. What the fuck? It's a regular hospital. And their power no more. Say, I was say, say, I was Kenoforiata's stay. Are you people, do you read at all? What kind of analysis is this? Now, Ghana radio so can kwasi asem, TV so can kwasi asem. Ofori is in America. His status, and as a visa no, EU, and America for say, visa ne wua, why are you here? Finito. And the chicken Ofori the Busan say, I didn't know buy or catch America for eyes for say, I came to do a surgery. Oh my God, surgery no we. Have you gone for your review? You can go home and come for the review. If you think your visa is about to expire, go to your home country, reapply, extend your visa at the years, and come back for the review. That's it. You are not supposed to stay in America and tell me, say, the hospital, no, they were supposed to extend Kenoforiata's stay. No hospital in America will keep a patient there. The beds are very important. You might be one of the billionaires in the world. Udu hospital, na doctor show we says so. Now you're okay. That bed. It does not matter the amount of money you have. You need to leave. Somebody needs that bed. So always to because if you're that is America for you. Munjai radio na motesoki kam kwasi asem. The major hospital was supposed to extend Kenoforiata's stay in the hospital. Man, enough time. They have done the surgery. They have assessed him. They have reviewed him. Kenoforiata nye nipa boni nia anka day now muyi no. Oba fie be 2 weeks no. Nanko so ko Ghana ko review ko renew the visa no oba. But because he's a fugitive, because time na other hospital no na oye fugitive. So time no na oye person of interest na Interpol list no order so. The hospital didn't want to get involved. Their job as a medical facility is to treat the patient and let the patient leave. Now the patient steps out of the hospital. It is between the patient and the immigration service. They don't have anything to do with your stay. Kenoforiata ba no. The hospital will take care of Kenoforiata and discharge him. Their job is to save his life. In terms of taking care of him, now 2 weeks, no more okay, they will discharge him. So it is not their responsibility to extend any stay at a hospital or a hotel. Is it a holding cell? The foolishness on our TVs in Ghana, any radios, Mumma yenja the misinformation. It is clear. Ken Oforiata, he has overstayed, or his visa or his status isn't in the right state. So the ICE people are questioning him about his stay. So obviously, why are you still here? So be surgery. Surgery no omunwie. Say if you think say you come back for review, go back, go get a visa and come back. It is finished. Now, this is another story. I'm a person and it is about this guy. Nana Komia, Mrs. Nana Komia. He has hidden it, but he'll come out of the closet. He's still in the closet. ICE, we want our father back home, please. We want Jesus, the money box. Give us our money box. ICE, give us our money box. We want our money box back home. We need the money box. Now, Mrs. Nana Komiaso Akasa and Diana Oka. Or see, NPP knew we had no chance against Mahama in 2024 elections. As some way, so ya badwimba na undiminyansa Now the MPP here, I was saying they are or resign free MPP nim. Because anke bo tuokun senka sebio ya attack ukun 2024 elections anke nana komia ne Bawumia mu ne kun. Tie. Asema nana komia ka say na omunim say Mahama be wini against Bawumia. No omunim so be lose elections no. But what they did is they gave their people false hope. They gave them fake hope. They made them believe say Bawumia stood a chance against Mahama. And then on I can say, oh, near him say Bawumia be lose. Yet him say Bawumia on to fan on to Bahama. Eba nyansani election. Near him say Bawumia be lose. Nan so yenim say yen call for the Jiminti. Into 2024 ye bow tua and kakwasi ampenyi we kwame kunwa to actually. Ye catch them say they knew they were going to lose the elections. They knew Bawumia was going to lose miserably. They knew Bawumia was not even going to cross 35%. Men na make sure Bawumia 38 no nyana. They are even shocked say Bawumia 38. The MPP leadership, Mahmoud Bawumia 38% no nyana. They are still shocked to say Bawumia 38. They were looking at 33, 35. So for him to even say this today to Wuna Oya polling agent, Oya MPP grassroots sa krantie, eh? Say grassroots. MPP grassroots. Mumbai ejma, omo refer grassroots. Omo humu samu ya nkrantie. Mona mbanjiaze. Yaka se grassroots. Mote se nkrantie. Intino mo pese mo MPP grassroots no. They wanted the grassroots to go and die. Nana Komia election day not Accra. Mrs. Nana Komia na oten crying. He knew Bawumia was going to lose. But one kind of grand this same person was giving them false hope and telling them, we are going to win. But the most important thing is about Nana Komia can say for Bawumia about Bawumia handling the economy. Now, Mumia go tie asema Nana Komia kan muntie ni pa. I want about some Akuffo omusa omojimi omunyina wabodam.
Bawumia was he in charge of the economy? The macro economy. Was he in charge? Oma Hinuchi said Bawumia was in charge. Only had a finance minister appointed a crew of about 14 people to manage the city. It's okay. Any pay be a mukasa asemi ende. No man a day parliament for him to demand the resignation of the finance minister because of the economy. NDC for a party who were on a move motion of censure of parliament to remove the finance minister because of the economy. It is about me in charge of the economy. I don't know this Obama finance minister. I don't know any penny be a normally about me preno. Only the MPs. See any finance minister for real time free hub because economy.
This is the problem. Very diabolic sycophants. The one means a Tarzan. Asamenoka. Oh, was Bawumia in charge of the economy? The question of Obusa, I don't know, the microeconomy. I say, it's more person which says that Bawumia was in charge of the economy. It's Bawumia because any role are buying money doing. Because at this point, Bawumia was not in charge of everything, anything. It's just Bawumia de pan or yeah. You can say Juma was Bawumia was not in charge. You can say corruption I say Bawumia knew nothing. You can say E-levy I must say Bawumia knew nothing. You can say NAPCO Bawumia knew nothing. You can say Akuffo the way by. Say no economy minister yet most Bawumia wasn't in charge. Into Bawumia because any role in there. Then no oh yeah. What was Bawumia's role in the Akuffo administration for 8 years? Because you are telling me, I know because some refuse me so much Jimmy, now Bawumia is not in charge of anything. So then the engineer so emphasis about Bawumia to match Ghana and to lead the MPP. He needs to tell us what he did, whatever he was in charge of. Tell us what Bawumia was in charge of. Because you are telling us, say, one, Yasima Ahmadu Bawumia, or no, he wasn't in charge of the economy. You are asking us, was Bawumia in charge? From your explanation, he wasn't in charge. We get it. Cool. Mr. Akroma, Mrs. Akroma. We get it. Secondly, the same Mahmoud Bawumia said he was not in charge of the NAPCO. Bawumia says he wasn't in charge of the E-levy. Bawumia says he wasn't in charge of the dollar exchange rate. He wasn't in charge. Mahmoud Bawumia said he wasn't in charge of the economic management team. He says he wasn't the leader. The same Bawumia must say he wasn't in charge of the FX committee. 80,000, Mrs. Akroma. The question here is, Mum che de na Bawumia was in charge or ye better wom na fa assessing. Because every day Bawumia is not in charge of anything. Every single day, Bawumia, he's not in charge of this. Okawia, he's not in charge of it. Akwa saw the 33 policies by. Inti Roben will play no what 33 policies no. Ana muda mudunso ansana mada rasa muda ansana madunso. Ana me besemi because it does not make any sense. Bawumia does not want to take credit, blame for anything. You are asking us, was Bawumia in charge of the economy? Because at a point, yet TBBF and FX committee, now Bawumia and he wasn't in charge of the economy. At a point, now Akuffo say, Ofori Atta, yen change no, inti Akuffo can say Bawumia was not in charge of anything. Yatna Mamaka just say e-levy. I better Ghana for no, Bawumia did not know anything about it. You same people are telling us, say dollar exchange rate, no, Bawumia is not the one who was managing the exchange rate until he's not in charge. So what was Bawumia in charge of? Jimmy, it's about time you made the guy step up and take blame for the things he basically lied about. Until Bawumia takes blame and be shown and kicked out of Ghana politics, the MPP will never survive. You people cannot tell him in the face and say, it is because of your incompetence. We were here when Mahmoud Bawumia told us that he has logged the dollar. Wankasa Santehine has logged it. Wankasa me papa Okaka Bin Addo has logged it. Wankasa Akuffo has logged the dollar. Wankasa Ghana penyini bi na alloc dollar no ediki no egu ni botomo. Or say, I have logged it. Fast forward, yebedru na akwe pe president dia. You are telling us he wasn't responsible for anything. Now, if Bawumia for 8 years wasn't responsible for anything, why should anybody hand over Ghana to Bawumia? Because then he lacks experience. Then there's no track record that we can base on to say this guy qualifies to be the president of Ghana or even to lead the MPP. Because you need to come with something in your hand. You need to prove. You need to come with a resume that is reliable enough that we can base on and say, okay, from that, with this experience, we can give you the nod to lead MPP and to lead Ghana. But for 8 years, Akwa where you pay, Akwa where a vice president, Akwa where a press conference, Akwa claiming your baby. You people are still telling us he wasn't in charge of anything. So, at the end, the engineers won't find you Bawumia as a president. We are waiting for Bawumia to come out and tell us what he was in charge of as a vice president to a tortoise. Because at this point, we don't know what he was in charge of. Now, we don't know the resume. We don't know Bawumia's resume. Economy, Amusi, he wasn't in charge. Intesia was in charge of what? Employment, he wasn't in charge. Galamsey, he wasn't in charge. For 8 years, if the guy cannot tell us what he was in charge of, then what experience does he bring on board? What does he bring? What does he bring? He also could empty resume the second in Japan. We want somebody with, because John Mahama ever 2024, no, we picked his resume and told Ghanaians, Mahama was in charge of this. He was in charge of that. He was in charge of this. This one didn't go well. He took their responsibility and said, wait, it could have been done better. I was in charge. This was done right. I'm in charge. This, John Mahama made us know. Baby also take blame, no, blame, no. Baby also say work was done perfectly. He told us. But he's not telling us where and what he was in charge of. But he wants to lead. Lead with what? Huh? He used to lead or Busamo. Bawumia needs to come out and tell us what in the Akuffo administration 8 years now. What was he in charge of? Ordinary human saying. What was Bawumia's role? Akuffo buying him. The role is saying from what you are saying, Anakumia say it was Bawumia in charge of the economy, and that was he in charge of the FS committee was not there. We want to ask him. Or Oko campaigner, Omagana for what he was in charge of. Can Japan ask him? Musa Bawumia say, So 8 years he was in charge of what? Then now in charge of. Yeah, but see who ni resume. Momo bodam. Now, look at something. You say Nipa 118.
Ghana, a peaceful country and a beacon of democracy in its fourth republic, has had violent free elections and transitioned power peacefully without any unrest or civil strife. This has become effortlessly possible because of the peace-loving leaders Ghanaians have successfully elected to lead them. President Akuffo in 2007 perfectly described the attributes of the type of person to lead Ghanaians at all times.
So anybody who is always full of tension and fighting and that sort of thing, we have to be careful about. Whether when the power is given to this person to lead us, he's the type with the experience and with all due respect, the wisdom to be able to keep the country united, to secure the...
Sorry, Jack. I can't say I'm not trying. Now, some 118 non-MP and
Alright, so for Bawumia makwaba eba Ghana politics avenue. Ahana open all the trending political stories in Ghana unsa betumi akan. Fast forward and nra na kenufurata hunsembe buja wo Ghana political space, so my political highway ni so cheap na eba no bi e chire na adwene no bi e ka bi no bi e chire mu na we na Kevin Taylor so the nchiremu sronko bi aba na onu chima amanfo susu se anka kenufurata mane hospital a ohum entwe krata nkoma US immigration no so ni say job ye na se ayare so obeje ye no honto no nanka obetimi omabetimi extending stay na mananka otimi da sa no yare na we na Kevin Taylor te ye no obe me a vivid description say Kenneth Ufuriata hospital no ntimi nya won hwe na eba detainees dia ye lawyer any US aban any edi into omo kase Kenufurata ma hospital no ntwe krata ma no mfa nkwaje permission no mfa stay wo America ne de no omunjai ka no munim de omukika na so ba America eba detainee long overdue overstay dia lawyer any America aban any obika na hospital so obeye de enu die eni enu ntwa ka bia into omunjai ka mummy nko ni nguti video ni nchimu ode ma ye ba di kan bia ye be mam Ghana political avenue mummy nko video ni mrasisi ya